What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. One of the great players in Oakland athletics history has passed away. Vida Blue, a hard-throwing left-hander who became one of baseball's biggest draws in the early 1970s and helped lead the brash Oakland Athletics to 3 straight World Series titles, has died. He was 73 years old. The A's said Blue died Saturday but didn't give a cause of death. Dave Stewart, a 4-time 20-game winner for the A's a generation later, wrote on Twitter, "I remember watching a 19-year-old phenom dominate baseball and at the same time alter my life. There are no words for what you have meant to me and so many others." Blue was voted the 1971 American League Cy Young Award and MVP after going 24-8 with a 1.82 ERA and 301 strikeouts with 24 complete games, 8 of them shutouts. He was 22 at the time when he won the MVP, the youngest to win the award. He remains among just 11 pitchers to win both the MVP and Cy Young in the same year. Blue finished his career with a 2.09 161 record with a 3.27 ERA, 2,175 strikeouts, 143 complete games, and 37 shutouts over 17 seasons with the Oakland Athletics, San Francisco Giants, and the Kansas City Royals. Giants president Larry Baer said in a statement, "Vida Blue has been a Bay Area baseball icon for over 50 years. His impact on the Bay Area transcends his 17 years on the diamond with the influence he's had on our community. A 6-time All-Star and 3-time 20-game winner, Blue helped pitch the swinging A's as Charlie Finley's colorful, mustachioed team was known, to consecutive World Series titles from 1972 to 74. Since then, only the 1998-2000 New York Yankees have accomplished the feat." You may recall me saying in a video how that Oakland team helped to modernize baseball as far as culturally in the 70s. There was a unwritten rule at that time that baseball players were supposed to have crew cuts, no facial hair, and I think it was 1972, it may have been. I think that's the year that Raleigh Fingers started growing his mustache. Reggie Jackson started growing a beard, growing out his hair. Other players started growing sideburns or beards. And Charlie Finley threatened to fine these guys, right? But what ended that policy was the fact that they started winning. And as I said before, when you start winning, things that people, you get away with stuff. When you start winning or you perform very well, things that people can knock you for, they begin to forget about because, hey, shit, if this guy's doing this, then who gives a shit? So, Charlie Finley got rid of that rule, and slowly you started seeing baseball players start becoming the norm. Culturally, players were starting to grow their hair, mustaches, beards, and then by the next season, everybody was doing it. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Anyway, Vida Blue was selected by the Kansas City Athletics on the second round of the 1967 amateur draft. Blue made his big league debut with Oakland. By that time, they were in Oakland. On July 20th, 1969, about a week shy of his 20th birthday. That's the same day of the moon landing, right? I know some people are like, "Oh, Too Raw, you falling for the smoke. You falling for the okie doke. We ain't never hit the moon." We made 4 starts and 12 relief appearances, then spent most of 1970 at AAA Iowa. Called up when rosters expanded, he pitched a 1-hit shutout at Kansas City in his second start. In his 4th start, Blue pitched a no-hitter against Minnesota on September 21st at 21 years of age, 55 days. That made him the youngest pitcher to throw a no-hitter since the live ball era started in 1920. He held out after his MVP season and signed a $50,000 one-year deal. Blue didn't make his first start until May 24th, and he went 6-10. From 1973 to 76, he went 77-48, but 0-3 in the World Series. In 1975, he pitched the first 5 innings of a no-hitter against the California Angels, but was pulled early by manager Alvin Dark to rest him for the playoffs in a game finished by Glenn Abbott, Paul Lindblad, and Raleigh Fingers. After Blue clashed publicly with Finley, the A's owner traded Blue twice, only to be blocked each time by baseball commissioner Bowie Kuhn. Finley attempted in 1976 to trade Blue to the Yankees for $1.5 million and Joe Ruddy and Raleigh Fingers to the Boston Red Sox for $1 million each. Kuhn vetoed the deals under the commissioner's authority to act, quote, in the best interest of baseball. In December 1977, Kuhn stopped Finley from trading Blue to the Cincinnati Reds for $1.75 million in minor league first baseman Dave Revering. Blue was traded to the Giants the following March in a deal that brought Oakland 7 players, including outfielder Gary Thomason and catcher Gary Alexander. Blue was dealt to the Royals in March 1982 and released in August 1983. He was ordered that December to serve 3 months in federal prison and fined $5,000 for misdemeanor possession of approximately 1/10 of an ounce of cocaine. Blue was sentenced to 1 year in prison, but U.S. Magistrate Judge J. Milton Sullivan suspended the majority of the term. After sitting out 1983 and 1984, Blue returned to baseball with the Giants for 2 seasons. Blue was amongst the first players ordered by baseball commissioner Pete Ueberroth in 1985 to be subject to random drug testing for the rest of their careers. Just to add to this, Blue did eventually overcome his addiction to drugs, but I think that has something to do with why he never got into the Hall of Fame. I think that has something to do with it. When you see certain guys get in today, and you look at what Vida Blue did, it kind of, hopefully, even though he's no longer going to be here, hopefully Vida Blue does get in, even if it has to be this Veterans Committee, that puts him in. But I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. But anyway, Vida Blue, Oakland Athletics great, has passed away at the age of 73.